Hello everyone, my name is Shirley Drummond and I'm the head teacher here at St Helens College. Today I would like to talk to you all about the use of digital devices with your babies and toddlers. More and more children have access to digital devices, and according to research, on average 3 to 4-year-olds are spending up to 6 hours per week online. Many parents are also using digital devices such as tablets and phones to soothe their babies. Babies and very young children are now being exposed to screens for longer amounts of time than ever before, and there is a growing concern here in the UK and internationally about the widespread access to tablets, game consoles, TVs and laptops. Common advice for the under 2s is to have no screen time at all. Touch screens make it very easy for babies to use tablets, but there are concerns over how screen use affects the rapidly developing brain of young children. The reasons behind this are: overexposure has an impact on attention, concentration and appetite control. Screen time encourages a more inactive lifestyle, and babies should be exploring the world around them physically. The recommended physical activity time for babies and toddlers is actually 3 hours per day. However, if you do decide to allow your baby or toddler to have screen time, here are some top tips to consider. Limit the time to 15 minutes per day. Their attention will fade then, so be ready with something new and interesting to do next. Be aware of how much screen time you engage in. There is a link between how much TV and screen time you as a parent engage in and how much your child watches. So try to lead by example. Do not be on your phone when you are around your children. One of the saddest sights we tend to see is a child in a coffee shop or a restaurant and the phone or the screen is propped up for them to interact with. They are missing out on all that wonderful communication and language and noticing what's going on in the environment around them. Some parents use devices when they're feeding their children, thinking that this will distract the child from perhaps what they're eating. But actually, the child becomes too distracted and may not be aware of when they are full. You also will miss cues when you're feeding them, and this can get in the way of the joy of food and eating and the child's development and the relationship with food. Time spent playing with a tablet or smartphone means your baby is not crawling, walking, climbing and exploring their environment. Even at this very young age, being active means that your child is less likely to become overweight or have health problems later on in life. As your child grows, having too much screen time can also lead to sleeping difficulties. As yet, there is inadequate research on the educational value of many digital apps and games. In the under 2s, there is limited evidence of the benefits, such as increasing vocabulary. Using screens might actually hold back the development of language and thinking skills. It's also very easy to overestimate how much your baby is learning when they're on a screen. Physical play contributes to your child's mental and emotional well-being. Playing with mud and splashing in water may be messy, but it's part of learning how the world works. Your baby also needs the chance to interact with you and other children, which is crucial for learning to talk and relate to people. As your child becomes older and becomes more likely to benefit from technology, it's still important to make sure that screen time does not cut into your child's opportunities for active, creative play and socialising. At any age, your involvement is really important. Your child will probably learn a lot more if you spend time playing on the apps or games with them, rather than leaving them alone to do it on their own. If you're using apps or games, then make sure there is an education element or it's linked to something that they are interested in. For example, if you've just been to a zoo or an animal farm, look for a game that maybe has those creatures and sounds, and you can discuss the content of the game with your child too. Better still is to play games with your baby which stimulate visual, interactivity, hearing, oral skills, hand-eye coordination. There is so much fun to be had with your newborn, which does not require any form of digital media. But that is another Teddy Talk.